Margaret thought she was doing everything right, keeping her tomatoes in the fridge, just like her mother did. But one bite from her grandson, followed by a puzzled look and the words, "Grandma, why does this taste weird?" changed everything. What if I told you that storing just one common food the wrong way could slowly harm your health, dull your meals, and even shorten your life? This video reveals 8 everyday foods you should never refrigerate, and the reasons might shock you. If you're curious what they are, comment where you're watching from, and let's begin. As we get older, our bodies become more sensitive, especially our immune systems. What once might have been just a mild stomachache from spoiled food can now lead to serious illness. That's why proper food storage isn't just a kitchen tip, it's a health strategy. Margaret's story with the mushy tomatoes wasn't just about taste, it was a wake-up call. The truth is, learning how to store your food correctly can protect your health, cut grocery bills, and reduce waste. It's a small change with big rewards, and it starts with knowing what truly belongs in your fridge. Now that we understand why smart food storage matters more with age, let's talk about the everyday foods that might be better off outside your fridge. First up, tomatoes. Cold temperatures break down their natural texture, turning them mealy and stripping away their sweet, vibrant flavor. Bread is another common mistake. The fridge dries it out faster, leaving it stiff and bland. Potatoes may seem harmless to chill, but refrigeration causes starches to turn into sugar, creating a strange sweetness and a gritty texture when cooked. Then there's garlic. The cold encourages mold and sprouting, which can ruin both taste and digestion. Onions, too, spoil quicker in the fridge due to moisture buildup. Olive oil doesn't become dangerous when cold, but it thickens and turns cloudy, making it harder to use and diminishing its flavor. Honey, it crystallizes in the fridge, becoming grainy and hard to spread, though it's naturally shelf-stable for years. And lastly, bananas. The cold darkens their skins and interrupts the ripening process, leaving them tasteless and rubbery. These small storage tweaks don't just preserve flavor. They protect your meals, your health, and even your peace of mind. These aren't just storage tips. They're real-life habits that make a lasting difference. Take Frank, for example. He used to keep his bananas in the fridge until he noticed they turned black and rubbery. Now he stores them on the counter, lets them ripen naturally, and freezes the extras for smoothies. Every morning he blends one with yogurt and oats, his secret to staying energized at 74. Then there's Linda, who swears by her little ceramic garlic keeper. Instead of throwing out sprouted garlic, she now keeps it dry and fresh on the counter, perfect for her famous garlic pasta, a family favorite, every Sunday. And don't forget Walter. He buys bread in bulk, slices it, and freezes what he won't eat right away. His sandwiches, always soft, always fresh. These small changes don't require much, just a little awareness, and they make every meal a joy. While Frank, Linda, and Walter show how simple changes can improve taste and convenience, there's an even more important reason to store food correctly: your health. As we age, our stomachs become more sensitive, and what once was a harmless bite can now lead to days of discomfort. Improperly stored food, especially cut fruits left uncovered in the fridge, can harbor bacteria that thrive in moisture and cold. A simple apple slice can turn into a hidden risk if not sealed properly. And let's talk about potatoes. When stored in the fridge, their starches turn to sugar, and when cooked at high heat, like frying or roasting, this can form a substance called acrylamide, which in high amounts may be harmful over time. It's not about fear, it's about being informed. Knowing how to protect your kitchen is knowing how to protect yourself. These are easy fixes, and they matter more than you think. Once you understand the health risks of improper storage, the next step is learning simple ways to do it right. No stress, no fancy equipment. Let's start with what belongs on the counter. Tomatoes, bananas, avocados, onions, and garlic all thrive at room temperature. For things like potatoes, choose a cool, dark pantry instead of the fridge. Pantry staples like coffee, nuts, and grains stay fresh much longer when stored in airtight containers, away from heat and light. That means your morning cup or snack will always taste its best. And here's a charming tip for fresh herbs. Treat them like flowers. Trim the stems, place them in a jar of water, and loosely cover with a plastic bag. Basil, parsley, and cilantro will stay bright and fragrant for days. These aren't just storage tips. They're ways to make your kitchen work for you, preserving taste, nutrition, and safety with every bite. When you store food properly, you're not just keeping it safe, you're unlocking its full flavor and freshness, and that makes a real difference, especially as we age. Fresh food is easier to digest, helping to prevent that heavy, bloated feeling that often follows overly processed meals. A crisp salad, a juicy peach, a warm slice of soft bread. These simple pleasures do more than nourish the body. They spark the appetite, even for those who've lost interest in food. More importantly, cooking with fresh, flavorful ingredients becomes a way to connect with your past, with your culture, and with the people around your table. Whether it's making a favorite childhood dish for your grandkids, or just enjoying a quiet dinner with a neighbor, fresh food brings people together. And in these moments, over laughter, stories, and second helpings, we rediscover that food is love, and good meals make life richer. Just like Margaret learned with her tomatoes, sometimes the smallest changes in your kitchen can lead to the biggest rewards. Not just in taste or health, but in your wallet too. Take Emma, a 68-year-old retiree living on a fixed income in Arizona. She started paying closer attention to how she stored her groceries, keeping potatoes in a cool cabinet, freezing half her bread, and moving onions away from moisture. The result? She saved nearly $30 a month by avoiding waste and making her food last longer. That's $360 a year, enough to cover a utility bill, a doctor visit, or even a weekend getaway with her sister. Emma didn't change what she ate, just how she stored it, and that's the beauty of it. When you store smarter, you shop less, waste less, and enjoy more. It's a win for your health, your taste buds, and your budget. Inspired by Emma's savings and success? Now it's your turn. We've created a simple 7-day Fresh Start Kitchen Challenge to help you take control of your food storage, one day at a time. Day 1. Take all your potatoes out of the fridge and store them in a cool, dark place. Day 2. Label your leftovers so nothing gets forgotten. Each day brings a small, easy win, from organizing your pantry to treating your herbs like flowers. And on day 7, celebrate by sharing a fresh cooked meal with someone you love. Let's make your kitchen work smarter for you. From Margaret's mushy tomatoes to Emma's $30 savings, Each story reminds us that small choices, like where we store our garlic or how we freeze our bread, can lead to better meals, better health, and even a better life. These aren't just tips. They're tools for living more independently, more joyfully, and with more peace of mind. So apply what you've learned, one step at a time. Your kitchen, your rules. If this helped you see food storage in a whole new light, comment yes below and share your thoughts. Subscribe to Wisdom Guide Daily for more life-simplifying insights.